Brett Kavanaugh on his way to the Supreme Court, Christine Ford's allegations all but totally debunked, and a Toronto soy boy kicks a pro-life woman in the face. Coming up on Today with 2 Cents. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Today with 2 Cents. After a long hiatus, it's good to be back. Anyone who hasn't been living under a rock knows that there's really only been one news story for the past 2 weeks: Brett Kavanaugh. After numerous sexual assault allegations that have all been thoroughly debunked, it looks like Kavanaugh is finally on his way to the Supreme Court.
The next step is a vote in Congress, a full vote in the Senate. And it's our understanding that comes sometime tomorrow. Is that right? There's a lot of debate first.
There's a lot of debate. There's 30 hours. Only in the Senate would you cut off debate by invoking cloture, which then starts the clock for 30 hours more of debate. But it ended just before 11 o'clock. So we should think, and the Democrats may not take the entire 30 hours, but sometime, I think, in mid to late afternoon, sometime between 3:30 and 5 tomorrow afternoon, the Senate will vote. And unless there is some unforeseen change of mind by somebody here, it looks like it will go, I'm thinking, what, 50 to 48, with one vote missing, and that would be Steve Daines, unless he wants to fly back and make it 51-48.
Now, I want to make something clear. I do not support Kavanaugh from a political standpoint. Kavanaugh has supported the right of the NSA to collect data from American citizens, a blatant violation of private property rights, and that certainly isn't the only thing from his judicial record that I find questionable. Nonetheless, I have defended Kavanaugh vigorously. Regardless of the disagreements I may have with him, no one should be forced to endure what he has solely on the basis of unsubstantiated allegations that Dianne Feinstein and the Democratic Party deliberately concealed until the last minute in an effort to push his confirmation vote past November 6th. All things considered, I am happy to see Kavanaugh heading to the Supreme Court, as opposed to someone with the judicial philosophy of Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Hey, do you know about the USA? Do you know about the government? Can you tell me about the Constitution? Hey, learn about the USA.
Of course, while things are looking better for Kavanaugh, they are looking significantly worse for Dr. Christine Blasey Ford. From the start, Ford hasn't had any evidence that proves Kavanaugh assaulted her apart from her own accusation. However, as the days have gone by, things have gotten increasingly worse for Ford. Rachel Mitchell, the sex crimes prosecutor who questioned Ford during her hearing last Thursday, wrote a scathing review about the numerous problems and inconsistencies in Ford's account. Earlier this week, we learned that a former boyfriend of Ford's made a statement to the Senate Judiciary Committee under oath, stating that he had personally witnessed Ford coaching her friend Monica McLean on how to take a polygraph, which would make Ford guilty of perjury. She claimed during the hearing that she had never given anyone advice of any kind regarding a polygraph. And if all this wasn't bad enough, the Wall Street Journal has now reported that Monica McLean, a former FBI agent and the same woman referenced in Ford's ex-boyfriend's letter, contacted Leland Kaiser, the woman who Ford claimed was at the party with her when she was assaulted, and pressured her to change her testimony so that it backed Ford's. Of course, the boyfriend's testimony is itself uncorroborated, but then so is Ford's testimony about this entire assault. In addition, Dr. Ford and her attorneys have refused to hand over her 2012 therapist notes, information regarding the polygraph she took, and other evidence that the Senate Judiciary Committee has requested and that supposedly backs her account. The bottom line is that it's becoming more and more apparent that Dr. Ford is a liar and that all of this is one big Democratic conspiracy to keep Kavanaugh off the court. I hope to God that all the people involved are investigated thoroughly and exposed for what they are. If you'd like to hear more about what I think of Dr. Ford and her testimony, head over to my blog at my2centsvideos.com, where I last week wrote a piece explaining all the reasons that I believe she's lying.
You don't have any of those things. How do you know? Peter, face it, you're a terrible liar. It was you.
Moving on. Feminist freaks Amy Schumer and Emily Ratajkowski were both arrested at a protest that they attended against Kavanaugh's nomination. I understand a fat comedian like Amy Schumer being a feminist who believes any and all rape allegations. Well, so long as they're against right-wing men. That is just par for the course when it comes to feminists. But why does someone as delicious as Ratajkowski have to be?
Put you in my diary, cause you are so fiery, and my heart's desire is I wanna be with you. Would you be my girl?
In any case, they both got arrested, and Kavanaugh is all but certainly heading for the court. Hope it was worth it, ladies.
Well, kid, you made an entire town panic, you lost all your friends, and now you're going to juvenile hall for a week. Was it worth it?
Totally.
In a final headline that broke the internet this week, a soy boy, pro-choice, self-proclaimed defender of women kicked a woman in the face for being pro-life.
They actually have people filming you the whole time, which is why I say kill with kindness.
Guess what? Hey,
destruction of private property. It's against the law.
If somebody gets raped by somebody and they're like, I'm a 16-year-old and I can't have this baby, think you should keep it?
It's a baby.
Yeah.
If someone is raped and she gave birth and she decided to kill her 3-year-old child.
Soy boys hate the patriarchy and want to make the world a better place for women everywhere. Unless, of course, you don't support the deliberate killing of an unborn human being. Then you don't even deserve to call yourself a woman. You know, I was really undecided about soy boys, but this behavior totally convinced me that they're rational people who deserve to be taken seriously.
What's that kind of talk or you'll get your heathen head smacked?
Well, that's very Christian. Believe what I say or I'll hurt you.
Now you're getting it.
And we've all waited too long as it is. It's time to unveil the weekly hottie. Drum roll, please. This week's weekly hottie is model Caroline Zalog. Zalug? Whatever, she's modeling Cupshe bikinis.
Today I'm doing a bikini haul for Cupshe. It's getting so hot in here.
Damn right it's getting hot in here. But before we bring this week's episode to a close, it's time for a patron shoutout.
Hello everybody, I'm Zach.
And I'm Reaper.
And together we are the Dark Conservatarian. Conservative, libertarian, Christian, political, ranting, edgelord at your service. On my channel, where I mainly talk politics, you'll find me talking about a wide variety of subjects from abortion to gun rights, economics and immigration, religion, also other social issues. I have my own live show and also do lots of response videos with gaming footage in the background. If you like what you hear, then please check out my channel, subscribe, and hit the bell button. Thanks to 2 Cents for promoting my channel. Hope to see you all later, and God bless.
Please help out Dark Conservatarian by subscribing to his channel. And that's it for this week. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter, BitChute, and the rest of my ever-growing amount of social media platforms. And that is my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth.